I want to give a very quick synopsis of what Lindsey Williams stated on, I believe it was December 28th, 2011. I was listening to that whole thing on Alex Jones' show, and so I don't get too bored. I usually use an elliptical machine while I work out. I listen to some of this stuff because it is very tedious to listen to. There was 5 main points that Lindsey Williams stated that Ben Bernanke stated in a speech that Ben Bernanke made on November 21st, 2002. And I'm going to post a link on it. You can read this. I was skimming through it. It was before the National Economics Club in Washington, D.C. Lindsey Williams stated that the elite liked what he said, and that's why he was appointed as the Federal Reserve Chairman. Now, you can look up also Ben Bernanke in Wikipedia. There's nothing really earth-shattering he's telling me, and I know there were some people that were remarking it seemed kind of aggravated. There was a mixed messages being stated on YouTube about Lindsey Williams, but I don't think the guy's dishonest, and I don't think his delivery is kind of slow, but I'm going to try to give you the 5 points quickly. He says the 5 things that Ben Bernanke brought out in his speech on 11/21/2002 was bring interest rates to zero, and that's been effectively done, especially with Operation Twist, and interest rates are practically zero right now. Number 2 is buy securities from the banks to expand the Federal Reserve's balance sheet, and that's the mortgage-backed securities that they've been buying, that type of thing. Increase the money supply is number 3, and that's been done effectively. And I liked looking at this chart. Was the chart from Ludwig von Mises Institute I was looking up, and the grayed out area means, the reason this is grayed out, that's times of recession, which started around 2008, but the money supply has been going up a great deal. It's expanded probably about 45% since 2008. They call this the true money supply, but I trust the numbers. And number 4, buy U.S. debt, QE1, QE2. We're not into QE3, but it's expected to occur probably in early 2012. And another chart, I pulled this up yesterday actually on some other thing I did. This green area is broken out where the Federal Reserve has been pulling in and buying the debt, the U.S. government issued debt, $1.7 trillion. But actually, it's probably more than that, because this is as of September 30th, 2011, and looking at the debt clock, it's practically $15.2 trillion versus this $14.8 trillion. But that's point number 4. Buy a U.S. debt, QE1, QE2. And then point number 5 is devalue the dollar. Now, that's quite obvious. But there's a lot of big-time emotional drama and things like that on. I don't like listening to all that stuff, but I listen to it. The devalue the dollar, sometimes some people are saying there might be a bank holiday for a couple days, and maybe banks go open up again, the dollar's value has changed. I don't know. That could be. It could be related to the euro. Maybe the euro is going to start crashing piece by piece by piece. I don't know. I don't think the euro is going to crash right away. And usually when I see these statements coming out and there's a lot of drama, and everybody gets pumped up that something's going to happen, it probably is going to happen, but it doesn't happen right away. So, but something I really want to point out, because I think we're experiencing that traditional deflation before hard inflation, because the money supply is still going up. And I want to give a little example. I don't have like a little video to make a big drama thing here, but you know what happens when there's a tidal wave, right? You know, and people are sitting out there on the beach and all the water goes out. Well, you know, if you never knew and never read what a tidal wave does, you'd be out there, hey, look what's going on. They'd be picking up fish or whatever they're doing, flopping around on the water like people are picking up fiat dollars right now, right? The safety of the dollar. The tidal wave is going to come back in. And I think that's what we're experiencing right now. It's a slow process, but it's not that slow. In retrospect, when that tidal wave comes back in, you're going to see the price of silver and gold explode. So just remind you on that. As far as this devalued U.S. dollar, the one curveball and I don't have too much gold for this reason. I'm mostly in silver, palladium, those two, and also some platinum and gold. But I think when they devalue this U.S. dollar, if you're holding physical gold, I just hope they don't play a real shrewd game with people as far as we're going to set the value on it and they're going to screw people over. Because I could see they could do that. And if it's been done once before, I could think they could do it again. So it's something I'd like to see if there's a way around that. But there could be. And maybe it's the fact that if you make the gold more numismatic or whatever, that's probably a better. I mean, if you have numismatic coins, you're probably a lot more safe than having strict bullion. I always believe that. But this devalued dollar is the next one coming up. It could be a real dramatic type of thing, and you'll be sitting around like waiting for the grass to grow, and all of a sudden it happens like one big storm. So be prepared. But that's what he said. The 5 main points: bring interest rates to zero. The Federal Reserve is going to buy securities from the banks to shore up the Federal Reserve's balance sheet, increase the money supply, buy the U.S. debt, QE1, QE2, maybe QE3 coming up in 2012, then devalue the U.S. dollar. In short, that is what Lindsey Williams said, that Ben Bernanke said in his speech. And I don't know about the bank holidays. Could be, you never know, but it's good to be prepared.